All right, hey there, eights. Good afternoon or morning. Good morning to you. I wanted to make sure that we're on the same page and moving forward with the same type of results at this point. So, and I'm assuming that you are at this point following a hyperlink that's here. It's not there yet because I'm creating the video so that I can hyperlink the video here. So I assume you followed that, and now you're joining us to make sure that things are going well. So I'm going to try to go relatively quickly. For the diagrams here, I was thinking what my diagrams would look like if I have A3 papers about that big. I would draw that paper in and I would say that this is 30 by 42 centimeters. Great. Then we would have a 3 centimeter margin, so the text would have to be inside here. And just to note, come on, that means this is 3 and this is 3 also. So if I'm going to label what this side length is in here, it'd be 42 minus 3, which is 36. And then it'll be the same thing here, that I've got 3 there and I've got 3 down here. So if this whole side is 30 minus 3, I've got 24. And then below, and then below we can find the area of the text box specifically by doing that 24 times 36, and it would be in centimeters squared because it's area, it's a squared unit. So this is the type of thing I was expecting for your diagrams, which is important and useful because when we go below, good. Now things get algebraic. And now that things are algebraic, they, invariably, algebraic things start to get a bit more difficult, but more useful because they're more generalized. So if I have my side links being x and 0.707x, and I would label them this way because this side is clearly smaller than this side, but it's a diagram. It should technically work either way, but this side is smaller, so I like labeling it that way. Then I've got that same text box inside of here. So text box here. And that means I have those same margins on both sides. So if this is 3 and this is 3, then this side length has to be x minus 6 is what I was thinking. And then I would have similar things here. I've got 3 there and I've got 3 there. So this side length should be 0.707x minus 6. Good, so then we have dimensions for that. And when I come over here, I was thinking that you've labeled those dimensions. Good, we've got those. Oh, and I meant to be, oh yeah, write a formula defining the area. That's what I was hoping for. Area then of the text box has to be equal to these two things, like base times height. So I'm going to write it in that way, and I'm going to have this be x minus 6 and 0.707x minus 6. So those would be my two factors. Now, this is an unsimplified form. I could go equals and I could multiply these things out. Like I'm definitely, if I multiply these things together first, then I'm going to get a 0.707x squared plus, and I'd have to multiply all the other pieces out, like multiply those things, these things, and these things, and all that would be fine. It's kind of like we use these models to multiply that stuff out. And that'd be good, but this formula is fine. That's a fine formula defining the area of the text box given one side length here, x. So if you have this area formula, then you are prepared to go on. But there is one other topic I wanted to quickly review with you guys. I'm sorry, I'm already making this longer than I wanted to. So I'll try to be fast. That topic is called the zero product property. Good. So zero product property says if I have A times B equals 0, I know either A is 0 or B is 0. I'm sure you remember this from earlier in the year. We had a lot of discussions and it seemed like you guys were right on page and understood this idea. So in our case, if we have factors that are like x plus 1 and x minus 2 equals 0, that means I know either x plus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. And then inverse operations, I know x is equal to negative 1 or x is equal to 2. So it's an easy way to solve equations when you have a product that's set up to be equal to 0. So I'm going to refer to this a few problems forward, and I want you to use this idea. You will have two factors at that point that are set equal to something. I want you to take those two factors and set them equal to 0, and you'll be finding basically where the area is 0. That's what the factors would answer in this case. So I'll refer to that in a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure you were on the right page with it. So thanks, 8s. Best of luck, and I will talk to you guys soon.